This is not a story about ghosts. It's about the people who become them while they are still alive. Look closely at this family photo. A mother, a father, two children smiling on a summer day. Now look again, there's an empty space, a gap where a third child should be. Here's his school record, perfect attendance. His hospital birth certificate signed and dated. This person existed, we have the proof. But no one remembers him, not his parents, not his siblings, not a single friend. It's as if he was a dream they all woke up from. And we finally discovered why this isn't an isolated case. Across the globe, we've found a pattern. Meet David Chin, a successful architect from Chicago. His name is on blueprints for skyscrapers that pierce the clouds. Yet when we showed his picture to his former colleagues, his business partners, even his wife of 20 years, they saw a stranger, not a flicker of recognition. His signature is on their marriage license, but she has no memory of the wedding, the honeymoon, or the life they built together. It's a legal fact with no emotional truth tied to it. Then there's Maria Flores from Madrid. Her entire life is documented. Tax records, credit card statements, social media profiles with hundreds of photos. But when we contacted the people in those photos, the friends she traveled with, the family she celebrated holidays with, they remembered the events, but not her. They described the vacation, the laughter, shared meals, but in their minds. Maria was never there. It was like editing a movie, seamlessly removing a character without leaving a single cut. And the most chilling case, a newborn child in a small town in Japan. We have the hospital logs, the weight, the time of birth. We even have the footprint synced on a certificate. But the mother and father have no memory of giving birth. They remember the pregnancy, the excitement, the preparation. But the moment of birth, the child itself, has been completely erased from their minds. The crib in their home sits empty, and they don't know why they bought it. At first, we thought it was a virus, some kind of mass amnesia. But the pattern was too specific, too clean. It wasn't random. These people weren't just forgotten. They were deleted with surgical precision. They all vanished from memory in the exact same way. For months, we hunted for a connection, a common thread between these unrelated lives. Was it something they did? Something they knew? The answer was far stranger than we could have ever imagined. There is a hidden system, an unspoken rule of reality. A rule they all broke. This rule isn't about being good or bad. It has nothing to do with morality. It's a structural law as fundamental as gravity. These people, David, Maria the child, they all noticed something they weren't supposed to. A glitch in the matrix, if you will. A moment where the seams of reality showed. Maybe they saw a reflection that didn't match, or heard a sound that was physically impossible, or noticed a person into places at once. They didn't just see it, they understood what they were seeing. And for that they paid the price. You see, memory isn't natural. It's controlled, it's a curated experience. A fragile consensus managed by a system we cannot perceive. And this system has auditors. When you see too much, you are flagged for removal. But what happens to those left behind? This is where the forgetting turns from a strange phenomenon into something truly terrifying. It's not a peaceful fading away. The process is violent. People close to the forgotten begin to lose pieces of themselves. The memories don't just disappear. They rot. A husband might feel a phantom limb, a deep sense of loss for a wife he can't remember. A mother might wake up crying, her body remembering the trauma of a childbirth her mind has erased. Reality itself begins to warp and smooth over the absence. Photographs change. A person standing next to the forgotten individual might suddenly be standing closer to someone else. Written diaries develop blank pages. The universe actively works to seal the wound, but the scar tissue is ugly and misshapen. It's an autoimmune response. The system attacks its own memories to get rid of the foreign body, the person who saw too much. And in doing so, it damages the healthy tissue around it. The forgetting is a brutal, corrosive act that leaves holes in the lives of everyone they ever touched. This led us to the final, most profound revelation, the part of this that kept us awake for nights on end. The forgotten people aren't erased. Their consciousness, their being, isn't deleted from existence. It's reassigned. They are moved outside of the system of shared memory. They become the background humans you see in a crowd, but never truly notice the silent observers in a cafe. The figures in the distance you can't quite make out. They are still here living among us, but they have been stripped of their ability to form new memories. In others, they are living correction mechanisms. Their existence a constant silent warning. They can see us, they can hear us, But they cannot connect. They are ghosts in the machine, forever trapped on the other side of a pane of glass. Watching the world they once belonged to move on without them. They exist, but they are no longer real to anyone but themselves. They are the living proof that the world we experience is a carefully constructed stage, and they are the stagehands forced to work behind the scenes, ensuring the play continues for the rest of us, the audience who must never, ever see the truth. So the next time you feel a sudden, inexplicable sadness, or you look at an old photo and feel like someone is missing, pause for a moment. It might not be just a feeling. It might be the echo of someone who was reassigned, a ghost trying to remind you they were once real. If you remember this story tomorrow, then you're still safe.